Hey guys, welcome back. I want to start putting parts into the Space Encounters. I went and looked at my old videos and realized which way the tube goes in there. The anode cup goes to the right side if you're behind the cabinet. So that's the first thing I want to do, is bolt that in so that I don't have to worry about that sitting on the floor anymore. A little dark over here. I gotta charge my batteries for my lights. They're all dead right now. But I'm gonna go ahead and work on putting the tube in. I'm actually gonna put a battery on the charger while I'm doing this. And then after that, we'll see. We'll probably put the chassis in and stuff like that. Okay, monitor's all installed. I tried to put the chassis forward more, but I couldn't because the yoke wires were barely long enough to make it. So we got my ground strap hooked up. I got to tighten that nut or bolt. That's plugged in. My red, yellow, green, and black are in their correct spots. There's a little paint dot where each one goes. My anode cup's installed. Obviously, I didn't have to discharge it because it's been sitting for months. So basically this is ready to go. Next is the wiring harness, and unfortunately I don't have it in the house tonight. It's in the shop somewhere. And it's a little bit after 11 o'clock, and I really don't feel like going out there and scrounging around for that. Plus, I want to change a bunch of the hardware in this game because a lot of it was extremely rusty when I took it out, and no matter how much I tumble it, it's just not going to look good. So I'm going to use new screws on it. And I gotta get all that stuff. I have it all. I just have to find it all. So the soundboard goes right here. That will mount back in this spot. Somewhere in this area it goes. And then the PCB goes over here. And we have a new power supply, switching power supply, which I don't know where I put that either. This is an extra ground strap for one of these black and white monitors. These are the chips I bought for the board. Okay, these are the replacement ones for those IC chips or whatever those are called. So we have enough to replace all of them if that's the problem. I don't think I'm going to mount the board yet because I want to test it. And if I have to take it back out and stuff, I don't want to have to unscrew it and all that good stuff. So I think I'm just going to end this video tonight as a quick video. I at least got the tube off the floor. Next video, we'll get the wiring harness in, the power supply, soundboard, get the main board plugged in, and we'll power it on and see if we get anything out of it. It's just kind of slipping my mind what I did with the wiring harness, and I believe there's a power brick and stuff in the bottom of this. I think. I don't remember, to be honest with you. I'm gonna look around one more time down here. Okay, it is definitely not down there. It must be in the shop. And I don't even know if I washed the harness and stuff, so I might have to do that. So if that's the case, I'll get all that cleaned up tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a video on that. And if there was a power brick or not, I forget. But anyways, I'll get all that stuff cleaned up so that we can continue on with this, because I'm curious to see if it's going to work or not. Trying to think what else. That's pretty much about it with that for tonight. Like I said, I'm not going to go out there and start digging around, because chances are if it's probably hasn't been washed, and I'd like to wash the harness because everything in that cabinet was pretty filthy. I did figure out what's wrong with Laser Ball. We've got all these packages of stuff I got everywhere. I did figure out what's wrong with Laser Ball, sort of. If anybody can help me, that would be awesome. So basically what happens with the left pop bumper is soon as the transistor went bad. So as soon as I put a new transistor in there, as soon as I turn the game on, the solenoid locks down and it just stays there. Heats up the transistor and will burn it out if you leave it on. So if anybody can tell me what's causing that, that would be awesome. Other than that, tomorrow we'll get, like I said, I'll get the Space Encounters wiring harness and stuff done. I want to tear down this so that I can put all new rubbers, I want to touch up the playfield, put all new rubbers on and stuff like that. So if you guys are interested in watching me do some artwork, touch up in the basement, after I magic eraser all this down really good, we'll touch up all the paint. We'll use a spray can of clear, and then we'll wax it, put it all back together. I have all new rubbers. I have all new drop targets. I have all new white nuts that go on the top of all this. I have new bumper caps. So it should clean up and look really nice when it's done. So tomorrow night I want to tear this down. Oh, I have a new flippers coming because this one's cracked. And start touching this up. And probably Monday night we'll be back on Space Encounters, because if I'm going to wash that harness tomorrow, it's got to dry. And I'll let it hang in the shop and dry. And then Monday night we will work on hopefully firing that up and see if anything happens with it. I don't know if anything's going to happen or not yet, but we'll see. So I have the parts here. I'm not going to start putting the front together until I get the game operational. So let's just see what happens. Hopefully, fingers crossed, by the end of this week, maybe I can have this game running. We still have to restore the control panel. That has not even been touched yet. And if I remember correctly, I don't think the coin door or any of that stuff has been touched yet, which is fine. We can work on that once we get the game operational. Then we can just kind of get the control panel fixed and all that good stuff, and then just slowly start putting it together. Now the handlebars on this game are chrome, but they're kind of pitted and rusted, so I think I'm going to paint them. I was thinking about maybe sending them out and get them chromed, but I don't really think it's worth spending the money to do that. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and sand them down and put a nice coat of paint on them. Probably just paint them silver. That'll be fine. And I'll clear coat them with automotive clear. They'll look great. They'll hold up really well. And I can continue on with the project without taking the handlebars apart and sending them out and not getting them back for a month. I want to get this game finished and together. And then hopefully Arabian board will be coming back and I can get that wrapped up. So I'll just keep moving forward. And then I want to get back on Kick and get the harness finished on that so we can get that game running, because that is a working board in there. So that would be nice to do that as well. So we're just going to, like I said earlier tonight, we're going to keep jumping around from project to project, try to hit at least one day on each one throughout the week. And then before we know it, we probably have a lot of this stuff wrapped up. So thanks everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.